Krishna. So, welcome to dear devotees. Oh. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Yes, thank you so much. So, welcome to everyone this evening for this third session on Srimad Bhagavad Gita overview course. I am very thankful to all of you that who have all collected in the temple personally on site, and also there are so many of you online and giving your valuable time for this Bhagavad Gita journey. My gratefulness to you for joining and keeping the this journey continued. We will start with the Mangalacharan in invocation of the auspiciousness. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langyate girim yat kripatam ham vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurve Namah. Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Destarine. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we begin with some small guidelines. You can see you have already noticed them in the last sessions. So I will not spend too much time here. I would like to say one thing that we are preparing quizzes for each chapter. So we are doing a lot of hard work in preparing the quizzes. So please attend the quizzes because you know it remains more interactive. And then if you be attentive in the class, then you also can get good marks and good score in the quiz, and you will also feel more connected with the course. And note down your queries, have copy pen or somehow you can note down and you can ask at the end of the session your queries. And I would like to say that make it more interactive. I want to also ask questions in between, so be aware, and um, and you can also answer in the chat box. So you have the possibility, and the co-host is today Siddhi. So Siddhi will collect all the questions and she will make the reply. So you can write down all your questions in the chat box. And what I want to say that because we are continuing this course, this is a 18 days course, 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita in 18 days. So it's not very easy task. I want to say one thing very clearly and honestly that it's a free course. Of course, there is no fees for this. Everybody is allowed to join. You can invite all your friends, relatives, whoever you can invite. They can join over the Zoom session. It's completely free, but don't take it cheaply. Although it's free, but it's not cheap. It's a very, very hard work. It's a wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. And this is a course which is prepared with a lot of, I will say, hard work again. And it is not easy to make a Bhagavad Gita course, 18 chapters in 18 days, because it takes a lot of each sloka. You can spend so many days in one sloka or so many hours. So for one chapter, if I have to do one chapter in 10 days, it's much easier for me because I can go sloka by sloka and we can explain and we do it nicely. But now we have a challenge. We have to do one chapter in each day because people have no time. They want to get faster. Everybody wants faster. So we created this faster course to create the interest and to get the real that wisdom from it, the practical wisdom from it. But it takes a lot of efforts to complete one to make slides that we can cover the whole chapter in 1.5 hours. It's really a lot of hard work done, and I can promise to you, all of you, that you will enjoy the course. It is very authentic and very motivational, and we have connected the chapters from one chapter to another chapter, one slok to the another slok, how Krishna and Arjuna are talking, how the other, the players, the other characters in the Bhagavad Gita is talking, and what is the background behind them, what is the summary of the each session, the each chapter, and how it is connected to the next chapter. So there are so many things here we have taken care of. A lot of case studies, motivational stories we have considered from different personalities who have read Bhagavad Gita until now. So I will request that please join the sessions continuously, regularly, every week, and do the quizzes, ask the questions to me personally. Yeah, I want to also congratulate, and I want to thank to you all, because I get a very good response in the first quiz. We posted the quiz of the introduction and we got a very, very good response. So thank you for this. And additionally, many of you are also asking questions to me. You are sending your questions after the class on the WhatsApp. My number is there in the group. And I'm very happy, and I'm also replying the questions regularly. And in the future, what I'm thinking, that I can make a Q&A digest, because if I reply individually, it takes a lot of effort, and then the wisdom is going on to that one person. But what I will do in the group in future, in the Bhagavad Gita course group, I will make a Q&A digest, that we have the question and answer, and then everybody, I will share with everybody in the group, so that everybody get benefit with the Q&A session. Even if one person is asking the question, but this can be question for many, and this can solve the doubts of many others. So in the future, I will do that practice to share the answers to everyone in the group. Yeah, actually some queries were there, that if we can get a certification. I announced last session that we can give a certification, Bhagavad Gita certification from our temple side, but we need to fulfill some conditions. We have to be very sincere, and we have to show that we are sincere. How we can show that? We have to attend maximum classes as far as possible, minimum 14 classes out of the 18 classes. If somehow you are not able to come live in the session, then please watch the recordings, and you can send me a message that I have watched the recordings and done the quiz. So if you do all the quizzes of 18 chapters and attend at least 14 classes, then you will get the certificate. This we can guarantee. And last class, I shared some slokas, nice slokas, where we compared the Bhagavad Gita, where the Adi Shankaracharya, the great personality, spiritual personality, he compared Bhagavad Gita to holy Ganga river. When we take bath in the Ganga river, it purifies us. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is also a nectar coming from the lotus mouth of the Lord Sri Krishna. So it is not only purificatory, it also can solve the problems of the Janam, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, life, death, disease, and old age. So this material existence problems can be solved by Bhagavad Gita. Then we discuss another sloka, very wonderful sloka. I want to not go in complete detail of the sloka, but the one last line was very important in this sloka, which says, Amba tvam anusandhami Bhagavad Gita bhavdvesani. So in this slok, Sri Adi Shankaracharya says that Bhagavad Gita is Amba. And we discussed last time, you remember, that Amba means mother. And although it's a book, it's just a book, but still Adi Shankaracharya says she is a mother. She is not a dead book like material books, and she is a living book, and the living book is, he is comparing with mother. Why mother? Because a mother protects a child mentally, physically, psychologically, from bad company, from ignorance, from depression. So mother do all the protection to the child, and mother nourishes the child. She also provides nourishment. So similarly, Bhagavad Gita also protects us from all these things and also nourishes us, not only bodily level, but mentally, spiritually, consciousness wise. So everything, and our soul get purified. So Bhagavad Gita is very important. She is like a mother for us. Then we discuss the Vedic wisdom, like the tree of the Vedas and scriptures. All the scripture, Vedas means knowledge, and this knowledge is coming from the divine. From it's not somebody has written them. So I discuss all these in a very briefly last session. I will not go in detail, but I want to say that conclusion of all the Vedas is Bhagavad Gita. This is being certified. This is being concluded by all the acharyas, by all the great spiritual personalities have concluded that Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Vedic scriptures. So if we read Bhagavad Gita, if we get the message of Bhagavad Gita, then we have read the scriptures principally, because this is the nectar of the ocean of the scriptures of the Vedic knowledge. So this is the conclusion. And then we also discuss these five tattva, the truth. There are five main truths in Bhagavad Gita. There are 700 slokas in 80 chapters, and there are five main tattva. The five main truths are explained, and these are Ishwar, Jiva, the living entity, Prakriti, the material creation, then Kala and Karma. So these are the five truths of Bhagavad Gita. We discussed last time in detail each and every truth. And then we make a connection of the chapters. So Bhagavad Gita can be divided into three parts. Total 18 chapters are divided in three sections. First 1 to 6 chapters are separated. They are as a Karma Yoga. Then 7 to 12 as a Bhakti Yoga, and 13 to 18 as a Jnana Yoga. So three parts it is divided. There is also slide about it. But in this slide, I have like these first 6 chapters, how they are connected with each other. I have explained this very nicely in a nice flow, and I also took some time there to explain, because it's very important to awaken our interest how the chapters are connected and where is my position. So this first 6 chapters are about me, about myself, about self, about the living entity. This is a knowledge about him, how he is in the and this living entity Arjuna is representing actually. So Arjuna is representing us in this case. And if you have not watched the last session, you have not attended, please watch the video of the last session. This is described in detail, and this is very important also to understand the Bhagavad Gita. I will not go in detail now. So then we have a chapter number 7 to 12, where Lord is described, the Krishna is described, and a lot of aspects about the Lord are described. So this is also given in the last class. Then we have world, the material creation, how the chapter number 13 to 18 are connected with each other, and how this material world we have to perceive, and what we have to do that we come out from the illusion of the material world. So these are explained from chapter 13 to 18. This is, please watch, my sincere request, please watch the previous session video if you have not watched, because this is very, very nicely explained there. Then I said that first 1 to 6 chapters, 7 to 12 chapters, and 13 to 18 chapters. They are divided in the Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. This, when we do Bhagavad Gita in detail, we will in the next 18 sessions, then we will understand all these, why they are divided like this. This will come there. Yes, dear devotees, actually we also discuss about Mahabharata. What is Mahabharata? Because now we are entering into chapter 1. Now we are going into the ocean of the nectar of Bhagavad Gita. And before we go there, last session I also given a brief overview about Mahabharata. I will just show the slides quickly. Mahabharata, actually, it's the epic, the greatest epic of Vedic culture, and it has 110,000 slokas. It's one of the greatest epic, the biggest epic, Itihasa. It's the history, and it has happened. It is true, and it is researched by modern scientists also. That and there are so many books are written, and research is done, and all the places of Mahabharata have been found. All the testimonies, so many things have been found. Dwarka, Kurukshetra, Hastinapur. So this is not something fictitious or something mythology. People normally use the word mythology. This is not correct. This has taken place, and there are proofs about it. And there, I just found one of the proofs which says that they have created. Actually, I also know these people who have worked on these books. So here it is written that they have referred. This edition was prepared with painstaking efforts of scholars for about 5 decades. So if I see here, maybe the screen, yeah, it is. It's not coming here. It's not working here, I think. Yeah, here is working, but not here. Okay, so it's black box. So actually, you can see here like for 50 um, uh, for the 50 years, 5 decades, the study was done, and they have consulted 1,259 manuscripts of Mahabharata, and they have made a comprehensive study, and they have bring all the truth, the scientific truth about Mahabharata. So this is not a mythology, but it's a real history. Then we discussed last time also why it is called Mahabharata and what is the background of this war. The time is very less because I want to complete the whole chapter. We have to complete one chapter in one day. And last week, I already explained everything. I want to say that there was a king, Kuru. He was a pious king, and he was ruling in the whole land. And his capital was Kurukshetra, current Kurukshetra, where the war took place. It is the name of Maharaj Kuru, the king Kuru, and he has a one of the in his generations, one king was Dushyant, and Dushyant was married to Sakuntala, and they have a son called Bharat Maharaj. And this country name become Bharat because it is by the name of Bharat Maharaj. He was a great king, son of Dushyant. And why it is called Mahabharat? Because it was a great Bharat. It was not a normal like today. It was a great Bharat spread all over the world. So that's why it's called Great Bharat, and in Hindi it's Mahabharat. And son of the in the dynasty of the Bharata, after many generations, come a king called Santanu. He has a wife Ganga Devi, from whom he has a son Bhishma, very great personality. Bhishma Dev, I know many of you or all of you knows, most of you knows about Bhishma Deva. Then he has a second wife Satyavati. Then he has two children, princes Chitrangada and Vichitravirya. Chitrangada died in the war with the Yakshas, but Vichitravirya was only a prince left. And Bhishma has taken a vow that he will not marry, he will not have children, and he will just protect the dynasty, the Hastinapur, and he will not, yeah, uh, do the marriage, and he will not make a grasta life. So he was a brahmachari. So Vichitravirya was the only prince, and he has two wives, Ambika and Ambalika. They were the daughters of the Kasi Naresh, Kasi king. And from Ambika, the son was Dhritarashtra. From Ambalika, he was Pandu. They were two brothers. Dhritarashtra was very capable, very powerful, having power of maybe thousands of elephants. It is written in Mahabharata. And but Dhritarashtra was blind. He was a blind person. So due to the blind, normally he should become the king because he was the elder brother. But because he was blind, he was not made the king. He was dysfunctional because he cannot handle, he cannot go for wars, he cannot protect because he was blind completely. So Pandu, he was the second brother, the other brother of Dhritarashtra, and he was made the king. He was very capable, very humble. He was very qualified personality, and he was not attached to the kingdom. He knows his brother is attached because his brother has an interest to become the king. So what he was doing, he was asking his brother to sit on the royal throne, but he was doing management, all the management. He was going to the fighting the war, protecting the citizens, doing welfare activities, doing donations, meeting the sages, getting knowledge. He was doing all the work of the king very efficiently, and he was a great personality. But he was a little bit renounced. He was detached. He was proper symptoms of a devoted person. So Dhritarashtra got too much attachment with the kingdom, and Dhritarashtra was thinking, I could not become the main king. Pandu is king. I'm just using his throne because he's such a nice person. He's giving his royal seat to me. He wanted to become the king, but he himself could not become. So he was thinking, maybe my son born before Pandava's son, then my son will become elder and he will become the king. So he was thinking that his son should born early. But what happens? We go to the next slide. So Dhritarashtra was married to Gandhari. She is the daughter of a king from Afghanistan, the today's Afghanistan, Kandahar. And we see that then Pandu was married to Kunti and Madri, two wives Pandu has. And although Dhritarashtra want that his son should born first, but it is not in our hands. So providence or the supreme will has a different decision, and the elder son was born to Pandav Maharaj and Kunti Devi, and his name was Yudhishthira. You know this all. And other was Bhima, Arjuna, Nakul, Sahadev, the five Pandavas from Pandu and two wives. Madhuri, yes. Yeah, Madhuri. Yes. Yes. So there was one child is asking a question, Bharat, that two wives and who are the children. So here we see Duryodhana was born later than Yudhishthira, and Duryodhana cannot become the king because the eldest child should become the king, and Yudhishthira was also very capable. But the thing was that Pandu Maharaj was died early. He died early stage, and Yudhishthira and all the children were very small. They were still supposed to go to Gurukul. So we know when the child is small, the elders take care of the dynasty of the kingdom. Na? For example, in today's time also, when the father is dying, then child is small, the somebody from the family take care and for the wealth, for everything. As a caretaker, it is called caretaker. He is not the owner, he's a caretaker. And then he has to give back when the child grows up, he become adult, then he give back everything. But in this case, when Yudhishthira and Pandavas, after the education from the Gurukul, they returned back, they were supposed to get the kingdom, but Dhritarashtra was becoming very attached towards his son Duryodhana, and his Duryodhana was also grown up, and he was very envious, and he wanted to get the kingdom. So what they did, they make some conspiracies against Pandavas, and I don't want to go to in all conspiracies. They give poison, they want to burn them in a palace. They did so many things. They actually also made some further conspiracies after. Actually, what happened? There was a decision made that Pandavas should get a land, and they should make their own kingdom. So they got a land in the Indraprastha. They were not given Hastinapur. The main kingdom was not given. They were given a barren land, a forest area, a very bad area. There were a lot of snakes and all the animals, and it was a very infutile, not useful land was given. But Pandavas, yes, Prabhu. Yes, yes, yes. I will show you some maps there. So yeah, they created a nice capital, a nice kingdom. They are so hardworking. They are very intelligent, qualified. All the devtas help them, and they created Indraprastha. And but what happens? This Duryodhana, he was very cunning, and he was very envious. So he wanted to make some conspiracy. So he made a conspiracy that he invited through his father, through Dhritarashtra, for a game, for a gambling game. And you know these kings and these administrators, they take the challenge. They never say no to the challenge. This is part of their uh, quality. Like they always take the challenge. So when one king is inviting other king for a gambling game, it is very usual that they go there, they play there. But normally the games are fair play. The cheating is not done. As long as they have a fair play, it was allowed for the Kshatriyas to play. But in this case, Duryodhana's maternal uncle, Sakuni, he was very cunning. He was cheater, great cheater. He was demonic person. And he was playing on behalf of Duryodhana, and he was cheating, and then Pandavas lost because of the cheating. And the condition was that Pandavas even lost the whole kingdom, Indraprastha. Pandavas lost their all the wealth. Yudhishthira Maharaj lost brothers also and his wife Draupadi. So they were insulted also. Pandavas were insulted by Duryodhana and Karna, by Kauravas, and they were given a 12 years of exile. So 12 years of exile means they have to remain in the forest for 12 years. And in the 13th year, it was incognito. Incognito means that they have to hide, they have to remain. It's called Agyatavas. They have to hide. And Duryodhana was very clever. He was knowing that they cannot hide because they are Pandavas. Everybody knows them. They are so brave, they are qualified, and they are famous in the whole world. Somebody will identify them in the 13th year, and then they will have to do again 12 years. So Duryodhana was thinking they will never return back. They have to again go in the cycles, in the loops, in the exile. But Pandavas are very, very qualified, very intelligent. So they also completed the exile period, incognito period, with hiding. So he could not recognize, and finally they appeared after 13 years and demanded their kingdom. This was the condition, that they will get their kingdom and Indraprastha when they come back. But Duryodhana was envious and demonic person that he don't want to give them. So Pandavas sent Sri Krishna as their representative, ambassador, peace ambassador it's called. So he went as a peace ambassador, and he went to Kuru kingdom, in the Rajya Sabha, in the kingdom, and asked for their rights. And Pandavas already said to Krishna that if they don't give, we are happy. Even if they don't give 50%, we don't need even 50%. We even don't need 10% of the whole kingdom. We just need 5 villages. We are 5 brothers. We are all Kshatriya. We are all administrators. Yeah, and we have to rule. This is our duty. This is their karma or dharma, that they have to rule. And they ask only for 5 villages. 1 village for each brother. And Duryodhana says, I will not give a land equal to the tip of a needle. So this was the situation of Duryodhana. So this we also discussed in the last time. And yeah, the war is inevitable. Nobody can stop the war now, because they are not ready to accept anything. They are so much adamant. So the war was planned in the Kurukshetra. It is a land which was free land, open land. There were no residents. And Hastinapur was, as you know, occupied by Kauravas. Indraprastha is New Delhi. Hastinapur is near to New Delhi, in a place called Meerut in UP. And this is Uttar Pradesh. So if you go to Kurukshetra, from there, you have to travel 250 kilometers around, or 300 kilometers by road or by train, anything. And this place, Kurukshetra, is today on the earth, is today part of the state Haryana in India. It was 5,000 years before, was also there. It is not that this has created some mental speculation. This was there always, and this is still there. And I showed some old pictures. You see some pictures from the history, where it is shown, the Kurukshetra is shown here between 2 rivers, the red point, Dhristadvati and Saraswati. There are 2 rivers, and in between is Kurukshetra. And those time, 5,000 years before, these 2 rivers, Saraswati and Dhristadvati, they were flowing 2 sides of Kurukshetra, and Kurukshetra in between. And they were really flowing at that time. But now they have, over the years, they have disappeared now. So they are but I read recently a research that they have found Saraswati River. In the research, they claim it, and they give some proofs, and in this region some digging was done. So this has been found. And then there is actually there is a tree in the you see the right top corner, where the Gita was given by Krishna to Arjuna. There is a Vat Vraksha now there. It's a Jyoteshwara. It place is called Jyoteshwara in Kurukshetra. So Vat Vraksha is there. And now we come to the now the stage is set. The background. Why the Bhagavad Gita was spoken, and why they were in battlefield. So Krishna is now the charioteer of Arjuna in the battlefield, and they are in the middle of both the armies on both sides. And Krishna is asked Arjuna to take the chariot in middle. And the first sloka of the Bhagavad Gita, it is spoken by Dhritarashtra. So there is one small background here. Dhritarashtra has a secretary, and his secretary called Sanjay. Sanjay was his secretary. He was a very qualified person, very humble person, and very divine qualities. He has divine qualities. He was actually also disciple of Vyasadeva, this Sanjay. And Sanjay was charioteer of Dhritarashtra. He was also secretary of Dhritarashtra. And Sanjay was actually, Dhritarashtra was blind, so he cannot see the battlefield and battle, but he wanted to know everything. He was the presiding king. So Vedvyas has given Divya Drishti, transcendental vision, to Sanjay, and Sanjay was reciting the whole story of the Kurukshetra. So they were so Sanjay was given the television. It's called television. Today we have also television. And this was a very Divya Drishti, transcendental vision. And Sanjay can see everything on the Kurukshetra very clearly, loud, very, very clean way, better than what we see on the screen. So, and then he was reciting everything to Dhritarashtra, what is going on there. And Dhritarashtra has posed first question. The first question comes from Dhritarashtra. In 700 slokas, he has spoken only one sloka. Only the one sloka was spoken by Dhritarashtra. And he says, Dhritarashtra uvacha. Uvacha means saying. Dhritarashtra is saying. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharam kshetre kuru kshetre samaveta yuyutsavah mamakaha pandavaschaiva kim akurvat sanjaya. So here, Dhritarashtra is saying, Dharam Kshetre, Kuru Kshetre. This Kuru Kshetra, the land of Maharaj Kuru, the pious land, this is Dharam Kshetre. This is a religious place, is the place of Dharma. Samaveta Yuyutsava. Samaveta Yuyutsava. Samaveta means assemble, all the assembled. The assembled people are called Samaveta. And Yuyutsava means they have come with a desire to fight. So he's saying in Dharam Kshetra, Kurukshetra, there are people to, yes, yes. I don't know when I was muted, but we are still on the first slok, so we are not far away. So Dhritarashtra is saying, Dharam Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta Yuyutsava, Mam Kaha Pandavas Chaiva, Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. So he's saying in this Dharam Kshetra, everybody is collected here with the desire to fight. Mamkaha means mine. Pandavas and Pandavas. Kim Akurvate Sanjaya. Oh Sanjay, please tell me, what did they do? My sons, Mamkaha and Pandava's sons. So actually, he's already making a differentiation between the two parts. So this shows his mentality, what he's thinking, because Pandavas are also belonging to the same dynasty, and he is the elder father for them because his father, Pandava's father, was died, and he's the elder brother of the Pandu. So Pandavas are like his children, his son, but still he's saying my sons and Pandava's sons. So he make a differentiation. So he make a discrimination between the two. This shows the mentality of the Dhritarashtra, his hateful mentality, which is also the cause of this whole battle, that he has such a mentality. And he was the king, and king is called Prajapita. Prajapita means he's the father of the whole kingdom. A king is father of the kingdom, and father he's also father for Pandavas, but still he's dividing the two families. And he's saying, Kim Akurvata Sanjaya, what are they doing? Actually, he was knowing, Dhritarashtra was knowing that they have come for fight because he has decided this fight. He was knowing everybody is collecting there for fight. So this question, in fact, doesn't make any sense. What they are doing? They are fighting. Kim Akurvata Sanjaya, what did they do? This question he should not ask because he know they are for fighting. So, but he's still asking because he has something going on in his mind. And Sanjay is very intelligent. He knows him for a long time. He's his secretary. He can read his mind. And Sanjay says, Sanjay is telling that in his mind, four things are going on. Our acharyas, they have made a nice commentary about this verse, very, very deep commentary. And they have explained what is going on in the mind of Dhritarashtra. So, Dhritarashtra has a desire. He has a desire. And what is his desire? His desire is Kauravas should win. They should win and they should become the king. He has this desire. But on the other hand, he has a doubt. He also has a doubt. And what is his doubt? His doubt is that battle will happen, of course, but they are for battle, yes, it will happen. But Kauravas will not win. Pandavas will win because Pandavas having divine qualities. They are very, very great warriors also, and they have a lot of blessings. So he was knowing about it, that Pandavas may win. So he has this doubt about that, okay, my son should become the king, but on the other hand, he has the doubt that Pandavas will win because of their strength, their prowess. And apart from this desire and doubt, he has a fear also. And what was his fear? His fear was battle will not happen. He wanted battle. He designed this battle. He has orchestrated this battle. But he has a fear. Oh, maybe this battle will not happen. Why? Why he has this fever? Fear. What is the reason of this fear? And the reason of the fear was that he thought this Kurukshetra is a holy place. This is a holy place. It's a dham. It's a pilgrimage. And in the holy place, even if unholy people goes, they become holy. They also become holy, because that's why we go to pilgrim, that we become holy. And their mind might change. Maybe my sons, they become holy there, and they will say, no, we don't fight. um, we Yudhishthir is our elder brother. He's so kind, he's so noble, he always loves us, he never creates problems to us. So maybe they say, brother Yudhishthir, we are not fighting with you, we divide the kingdom and we go back, and maybe you take everything, we don't need anything. So Yudhishthir, so Dhritarashtra has this fear. Maybe the Pandavas, these Kauravas, they might change their mind in a holy place because of the influence of the land, the influence of the holy place. So this was his fear, and he has a hope. He also has a hope. And what is his hope? His hope was that maybe the battle will not happen, but Pandavas, because they are so renounced, they are so qualified, they are so humble, they have divine qualities. Maybe Pandavas themselves, maybe the Pandavas themselves, they will renounce, they will say, oh, Duryodhana, you are our younger brother. Yeah, and now we are in Holy Dham. Why we should fight? Let us pack up. We should not fight. And we give the kingdom to you. So he has a hope that Pandavas will not fight because they are holy people, they are nice people, they are humble, they have divine qualities. So they will give the kingdom to my sons. This was his hope. And Sanjay was so intelligent. Sanjay knows his mental status, his mind. He can read his mind. He was his secretary. He was serving him personally. So Sanjay is now answering. He's asking a question. Listen, my dear devotees. He's asking a question to Sanjay. What my sons are doing and what Pandavas are doing. And he has to answer. Now Sanjay has to answer. So before Sanjay answers the questions, we have to learn some message from Dhritarashtra. What message we can learn from Dhritarashtra is, this is the lesson one from this chapter. Material attachment causes anxiety and makes one blind to the dharma. So this Dhritarashtra, he was not only blind by physically by his body, he was also blind by his dharma, by duty. He was blind towards his dharma. He was so attached with his incapable son Duryodhana, because of his material attachment, because of his attachment with his son Duryodhana, he lost his duty. He was blind towards his duty. He should know what he has to do, but he lost his wisdom. He lost his power of discrimination, viveka. Vivek is power of discrimination, the intelligence. And he was too much attached with his incapable son, and he wanted to give him the the kingdom. So he was not only blind physically, he became blind also by his dharma, his duty. Now we go to the to answers. So he says in the Bhagavad Gita 1.1, chapter 1, sloka 1, my sons and Pandu son, what they do. Now the answer comes. The answer comes from Sanjay. Sanjay is seeing everything very clear, television. And he says, from the verse number 2 to verse number 13, he's answering the questions what my sons are doing, what Kauravas are doing. So in these, from 2 to 13, he's answering the query of Dhritarashtra about his sons, about Kauravas, what Kauravas are doing. And then from 14 to 46, there are total 46 slokas in the whole chapter. From 14 to 46, now Sanjay is answering what sons of Pandu are doing. So the chapter is dividing two parts. What sons of Dhritarashtra is doing, what sons of Pandus are doing. So what, up to 13 is what sons of Kaurava, what Kauravas are doing, and then what Pandavas are doing up to 46. And you know, after that, Dhritarashtra will not speak much in the whole of Bhagavad Gita. Then Arjuna will speak most of the time, and Krishna will answer. And it will run until chapter 18, verse number 78. Then the dialogue will go on. in up to chapter 18. It will start from the first chapter itself, between a dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, and it will go on up to the 18th chapter. Let us see what is going on here. So I told you that Dhritarashtra has a fear, and Sanjay knows that he has a fear, and he want to answer him. What was his fear, my dear devotees? What was the fear? No, this was his doubt that Pandavas will. His fear was that. Yes, Rohan Prabhu has answered correctly. His fear was that my son, when they are in Kurukshetra, the holy land, they will become pious. They will become holy. They will change their mind. And this was his fear. If they change the mind, they will give up everything to Pandavas. Of course, now Sanjay is answering this question. And the first is like, Drishtva tu Pandavanikam. So he said, we see the Pandavas, the Pandavanikam, the Pandava, the army of Pandavas. This what. So by seeing the army of Pandavas, your son Duryodhana, because he asked now what my son is doing. So he's saying now, your son Duryodhana. So before we go to this is very interesting verse. I want to explain one more important thing. And the more important thing is that these armies, the armies in the battlefield, they are having a structure. Each army has a structure. And one particular structure is called Akshuni army. There's a number that so many soldiers, so many fighters are there. This becomes one Akshuni army. So what is meaning of one Akshuni army? What does that mean? I want to take you to that knowledge. In the war, normally there are fighters who are fighting over the chariots. They are the popular, they are the important warriors, princes, kings, prince, the most important person, they are on the chariot. And there were 21,870 chariots. Then there are some warriors who are on the elephant. There were similar number, the same number was also on the elephants. Then there were also soldiers, and there were warriors or fighters who were fighting on the horse. Then there were some on the foot. They were on the foot, Sainik, on the soldiers. So you saw one Akshuni army. One Akshuni army is, you can count them actually very easily, more than 200,000, 230 or 218,000 something. So how many are there? Charioteer, elephants, then on the horses, then on the foot. So this is one Akshuni army. Now I want to take you to one very, very interesting calculation. Many of you are scientists here sitting and also online and also very interested for mathematics. I want to give you one small exercise. So Pandavas are how many? How many Pandavas? 5. Okay, Bharat says 5 Pandavas, so we agree. And how many Kauravas? 100. So Pandavas are 5, Kauravas are 100. So what is the ratio between them? The ratio 5 to 100 is, what is the ratio? 1:20. So Kauravas are 20 times more than Pandavas, 20 times. How many Akshuni Sena? Kauravas has 11 Akshuni Sena. How much? 11 Akshuni Sena they have, Kauravas. They were rulers of the whole world actually. Dhritarashtra was the main ruler. So they have a lot of access, and there were a lot of demonic kings. They were all collected together. So 11 Akshuni Sena. And we have seen what was one Akshuni, and then multiply by 11. But now the question is, when Duryodhana saw their army, he was trying to calculate how many are there. And we have to calculate here with mathematics. So Kauravas are 100, and they have 11 Akshuni Sena, 11 Akshuni army. Pandavas are only 5. So Duryodhana is making calculation in his mind. He's a very smart person, intelligent person. So Duryodhana is making this calculation like Pandavas are only 5, we are 100. So we should be proportionate. Our army should be proportionate. So if we do the calculation, how much Akshuni Sena Pandavas have with this calculation? Oh, wow. We will see. We will see, Prabhu. Oh, one Prabhu is very smart. He has already done the calculation. But it's wonderful, actually. So how many Akshuni Sena Pandavas should have as per Duryodhana's calculation? So we can do a simple mathematics here. And with this simple magic, we find 0.55. So Prabhu is correct. What is your name, Prabhu? Kai, Kai Prabhu. Thank you so much, Kai Prabhu. Yes, they have half. So they should have half Akshuni Sena as per Duryodhana's calculation. Because Duryodhana has 11 and Pandavas only 5, they should have half Akshuni. But my dear friends, my dear devotees, you see here the figure. Duryodhana's mind got puzzled. Wow, Pandavas has 7 Akshuni Sena. It was not half, it was 7. He was puzzled. He was confused. He was like, blackout. Because so many people are standing in his favor, Pandava's favor. How these people come? So he become dejected. He was very angry. He was frustrated because they have so much. He was thinking they are in the forest. They have lived their life in the forest the whole life. How come they have 7 Akshuni people? Sena. They don't. They were not in contact with everybody. They were hiding in the forest, and they have so much. So, but he was feeling dejected. He was feeling frustrated. So he went to commander. Who was the commander? His Gurudev Dronacharya. And now the slok comes in the picture again. Paschyetam Pandavu Putram. So in the slok number 3, Sanjay is answering to Dhritarashtra. So he has a fear. His fear was that they will not fight, they will become holy. And now Sanjay says, listen, what your son is doing there. Listen now, I want to tell you. He's also like you. So he's saying, yeah, these Pandus, they are so powerful. Arjuna is there, Bhim is there, Virat is there, Draupadi is there, Satyaki is there. Yeah, and he was knowing the power of Bhima and Arjuna because he has experienced their power in the past. And he was very worried about them. And he was saying to Dronacharya, see, Gurudev, see, oh my commander, see, these Pandavas, shameless people, they are your Sishya, they are your disciple, you are the Guru, and they are standing in front of you. They are opposite to you. How dare they? How dare they can do this? You are the Guru, Bhishma Pitamaha is there, the great grandfather is there. They are not following, they are not obeying you, they are in front of you, they are opposite to you. They are rascals. He's saying to Dronacharya, and he's making Dronacharya angry, that Dronacharya should become angry. And he's saying, because Dronacharya have some soft corner, because they are so qualified, so humble, and his disciples, and so nice people. So he want to make Dronacharya angry that they are not following you, they don't have any respect for you, they are coming here for fight, they are rascals, they are. He was giving so many abuse to them, and Dronacharya, of course, he knows mentality of Duryodhana, but he was in his favor for some reasons. And then he was saying, yeah, Bhishma Dev is also here, and still they are against them. So by answering this way, actually one thing happened, because he was so much glorifying Pandavas that they have so many warriors, and so many great warriors like Bhima, Arjuna, Virat, Draupadi, all these great people are there. But he observed one thing. When he was appreciating, he was saying all these things. On the one hand, he was making Dronacharya aware that they have such powerful, so don't underestimate. But on the other hand, he found one thing, that my army is getting demotivated. When I am talking like this, I am glorifying the other army that they are so powerful. My army is getting demotivated. So then he changed his strategy. He's a very smart person. He's a great strategist, and he's very cunning. He knows how to talk. So he said, no, they are okay. They have this powerful, but we have more powerful. Then he, from Pandava's side, he has counted 14 plus 5, so 19 warriors. From his side, he counted also some 7 most powerful. So he says, oh, my army is getting demoralized. Let me also motivate my army. And he says, no, don't worry, Drona, Guru Drona. We have you, you are our side. You can handle everybody. You are so powerful. We have Bhishma. There is no more powerful than Bhishma. He has never lost a battle. Even he has won the battle with Parsuram. And even Karna is also with us. Aswathama is with us. We have such a great warriors. So don't worry. We are also, we are more powerful than them. So he's motivating now. This is also the work of a king, of a leader, that he motivate his sena, his army. So yeah, yeah. Just a minute. We will come. So then what happens? What happens? Um, Earlier we learned a lesson from Dhritarashtra. Now we learned a lesson from Duryodhana. Duryodhana, we see how he was talking with his guru Dronacharya. We see that he was talking so insensitive way. He said, when so Duryodhana actually give one fine lesson to us, very important lesson to us. What we learn from Duryodhana, when we do not have humility and tolerance, we start blaming others in a fearful or frustrated state. So Duryodhana, he has no humility, he has no tolerance. And this whole battle was designed by him. He was the inventor of this yuddha, this war, this battle. It was his wish to make the battle. And now he is blaming others, Pandavas, that Pandavas are rascals, Pandavas are shameless people, how they have come with such a great army, they don't obey to Guru Drona or Bhishma. So he is now blaming them, but he himself is, responsible for this situation. So we have to learn that we should have humility and tolerance and not a behavior like Duryodhana, because he was blind like his father. Now we goes to the next, because Duryodhana was a strategist, a diplomatic person. So he went to, from Drona, he went to Bhishma, and he gave a signal to Bhishma, please motivate our army. You are the great personality in this war. You are the oldest person, and you should motivate us, the whole army. And then Bhishma, the great valiant grandsire of the Kuru dynasty, the grandfather of the fighters, blew his conch shell very loudly, making a sound like the roar of a lion, giving Duryodhana joy. So he blown his Bhishma has blown his conch shell with a great noise. So this is the, I make some sound there. It's a conch shell of Bhishma. It is small here. You can. I think the sound is so small. So Bhishma Dev is now blowing the conch shell. I have one question here. Somebody asked this question. I want to ask you this question. There is a battle was supposed to be going on in a few seconds or few minutes. The battle will start, and there the people are blowing conch shells. They have drums. They have bigul. They have horn. They have trumpets. They were all playing music instruments with a great joy, with great motivation. A lot of sounds were coming, like a celebration. So my question is that now so many battle will happen, so many people will die. There will be a masquerade. There will be bloodshed there. There will be chopping of the heads, chopping of the hands. There will be so much blood flowing, sufferings, miseries in the battlefield. Why they are blowing musical instruments, the drums? It is written in the sloka, the 12, 13, that they are blowing the conch shells, they are blowing the drums, they are blowing the horn, the trumpets. So they are blowing all the instruments. So what is the reason? I want to ask you. Can you please write this answer in the chat box? All the participants, please, and Siddhi will then tell the answers. Please, everybody, write. It was a Mahayuddha. Okay, we will see the answers when others. Please, others also give the answers.
In the chat box, they're writing to begin the war.
Begin the war. Okay, they begin the war. So they are sounding the musical instrument. Then, but my question was the same. Why for the war? War is not good. People will die. Why they are making musical instruments there?
Or creating energy, entertainment.
Creating energy, yes. And what else?
To cheer up the soldiers.
To
cheer up the soldiers.
oh, cheer up, cheer up. Okay, cheer up. What? And here also a lot of devotees are here on site. A lot of so please tell your views. Yes. Yeah. So what's your name, Prabhu? Paras. So Paras Prabhu says they want to demotivate the other side. Now the Kauravas are playing because they want to demotivate Pandava side. What you say? So they want to cast fear into other army. Yeah. What you say? We are already to win. We are going to win in the war. So that's why we are celebrating. Yes, so they are already starting celebrating before the war begins. So they want to create a pressure. It is strategy. So Ritvik Prabhu is saying it's a strategy. Yes, your answers are also quite good. They are correct answers actually. So there are 3 or 4 reasons why these musical instruments were played in the war. One thing was that in the war there are so many people, millions of people. We have counted these Akshuni Senas. Na? There are 11 plus 7, 18 Akshuni multiplied by more than 200,000 multiplied by 18. So how many million of people are there in this battlefield? It is like Kumbh Mela. Na? In India, there is a Kumbh Mela going on. So many people are there. So in this Kumbh Mela, can somebody hear other? Can you hear each other? No, it's difficult to hear. To make signals, they have some musical instruments. So they make the signals for signaling. And then they also do it for example, if they want to demotivate, like everybody here saying they want to demotivate the other party to cast fear in them that okay, we are stronger, we are more enthusiastic. You know, I remember with this example, somebody was saying cheer, they do cheer. We have a cricket match, football match. In the football match and cricket match, we have cheerleaders. And the cheerleader, they are playing the musical instrument. They are dancing and playing the musical instrument because they want to like motivate their side. And this is happening the same there. They are like cheerleaders. And one of the reason was that I think somebody said to start the war, no? Because they want to signal everybody, get, set, go. And they cannot say by voice. It's difficult to say by voice. So they have to play some musical instrument like conch shells. They are so loud. So when in the morning, when the sun is rising, the war will start. So they have to play this conch shells. And then with the conch shell, when Bhishma is playing, it means he has announced the war. Now the war will begin. And when the sun is setting, the war should stop. Then they again do this the same thing, conch shells. The war will stop. So this they do also for this purpose, starting and stopping the war. And one more important thing, like when some great warrior or king was dying, then the other side was celebrating that oh their king is died, their warrior is died, so they want to demotivate. So they are that time also they were also making horns and trumpets and all. So now we go to the next stage. So
Papa, we
yeah.
we cannot see your slides.
Oh, I think now the screen I have to again share. Yes, now you should see something. Yeah, you see something? Siddhi, can you see something?
I can't see.
Maybe can other participants say if they can see my screen?
Because I think they can see. So there is something with my laptop.
No problem. Okay, it's okay. So yeah, we go ahead because everybody is seeing. Then can you maybe make unmute and others can make a confirmation? Can you unmute them? Can somebody please from online session tell if they can see the screen?
Yes, they wrote in the chat box.
Okay, very nice, wonderful. So now we come to the next phase. So the first thing was he answered that your son are like you, and he's already preparing. He will not, give up, and he's ready to fight. The Duryodhana is ready to fight. So the fear should go. Now the second thing is that he has a doubt, and his doubt was Pandavas may win. He has this doubt, and now Sanjay is strengthening the doubt of the Dhritarashtra. And now he will tell the symptoms, the symbols, the auspicious omens from the Pandava side. So up to 13th sloka, he was answering what Kauravas are doing. Now he is answering what Pandavas are doing. Tatah Sweter Tatah Sweter Hayar Yukte Mahati Sayandane Sthitau Madhavaha Pandavas Chaiva Divyau Sankhau Pradad Matuhu. So here Sanjay is saying one very important thing. Tatah Sweter hair yuktah. Sweter hair means sweat horses, like white horses. So he's saying to Dhritarashtra that on a great chariot, this chariot was donated by Agni Dev, by fire god, to Arjuna for fighting the war. So this was very auspicious chariot. In a great chariot, Mahati Sandane means great chariot, Sveter hair with white horses. There is a great chariot which is powered by white horses. On this chariot, Madhava Pandavas Chaiva. Madhava is name for Krishna. Madhava means the husband of goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, the husband of Lakshmi. Lakshmi is god of fortune. So he's indicating, actually, he's demotivating Dhritarashtra. He's saying, see, it's a great chariot. And Madhava, he used the first Madhava. Madhava is there. The husband of the goddess of fortune is there. And where there is a fortune, there is a win. So he's indicating him that Krishna is there. And Pandavas and Arjuna is the most prominent among the Pandavas. So he was called Pandava. So here for Pandavas, what is for Arjuna here? So he said Madhav is there, and Krishna is there on the and now they are also blowing their conch shells because the opposite army has done, Kauravas have done, now Pandavas will also do. So actually, I have one question here before we go ahead. So there was a great personality on the war field. Who was that great personality? The most great personality, the greatest personality. So who were the greatest personality in the war of Kurukshetra, in the battlefield? Bharat, you want to say? Okay. Okay. Anybody in the chat box?
Lord Hanuman, Krishna.
Okay. Yes. The greatest I'm asking, not the greatest.
Krishna.
Okay, Krishna. Okay, then one, yeah, I think Rachna want to say, who is the greatest personality in the battlefield? Okay, we can ask her later. So we have got the answer Krishna. Krishna is the greatest personality in the battlefield. So Madhavaha Pandavas Seva. There are other, but they are great. The others are great, but Krishna is the greatest. And now we see one nice thing here. Very wonderful lesson from here. We have taken the lesson from Dhritarashtra. We have taken the lesson from Duryodhana. Now we take the lesson from Sanjay. And what lesson we take from Sanjay? A person of divine nature sees the Lord first and relies on the Lord the most. And relies on the Lord the most. So here we see two kind of characters, two kind of personalities. In our life, we also see two kind of personalities in our daily life. One kind of personality is like Duryodhana, the mentality of Duryodhana. Duryodhana, although Krishna and Arjuna are standing in front, they are on the forefront. And Duryodhana can see them. But when he was counting 14 personalities, here he's saying to Duryodhana, like Bhim is there, Arjun is there, Virat is there, Draupadi is there, Satyaki is there. He's counting so many, but he never said Krishna is there. He did not count it Krishna. He said, oh, Krishna, he is without weapon. He is a gwala. What he will do? He's a useless fellow. He will anyway not fight. So he's thinking Krishna is a useless fellow. He will not fight anyway, but Arjuna will fight Bhima. So he's counting Arjuna as Bhima. So he is looking on the material platform. He's not looking on the spiritual platform. He don't have the divine eyes to see the greatest personality of the battlefield. Although, and Sanjay knows this. Sanjay is the disciple of Vedavyasa. He's a humble person. He's a person with the divine qualities. He sees Krishna at first. When he's describing about Pandavas, he can also say, I see Arjuna, I see Bhima, Yudhishthira, others. But he did not say like this. He said Madhava. He started with Madhava because he can see the divinity. He can see the greatness in the Lord. So the divine vision is when one can see the Lord at first and not just looking the material things. So this is the divinity. This is the great vision we can see. And we should always develop this vision. In each and everything, we can see presence of the Lord. With other people also in their heart, we can see Lord and we can respect them. In everything, in animals, we can see Lord, and then we don't do animals slaughter. Because if we see Lord everything, everywhere with our divine vision like Sanjay, then we will not do any injustice things. We will not do any cruelty towards others. So this is the lesson we can learn from here. Yes, Bharat.
Everyone run and Pandavas and Sanjay said to
So Sanjay is saying to Dhritarashtra about Pandavas that in Pandav Sena, Krishna is the first one. Krishna is there. So he's telling to, and you know what is the purpose of saying him? Because war has not started. War has not started. And he want to alarm. He want to already give a signal to Dhritarashtra. See, Krishna is there on that side. Pass off. You can still stop the war. You have a chance. Pandavas will win. The husband of goddess of fortune is their side. So he's giving the symbol. But Dhritarashtra is not understanding his signal. We will see he will give further signal. So what kind of concepts were there? So in the sloka number 1-5, Krishna has Panchjanya, Yudhishthira has Ananta Vijay, Bhima has blown the Sankh Paudra, Arjuna has blown the Sankh Devdatta, Nakula has blown the Sankh Subhosa, and Sahadeva has blown the Sankh named Mani Puspaka. So these are the name of the sons of Pandavas. And now in 1718, what we see, different warriors on Pandava's side blew their respective conch shells. So all of the Satyavaki, Draupad, and everybody was blowing their conch shell, and now there was fear in the Kaurava side because so many great conch shells are now from the Pandava side also. And Kaurava's heart shattered. Wow, what is this? They have 7 Apsuni, they have so many great fighters. Krishna is their side. And now they're getting the fear in their mind. And Sanjay want to give this fear to Dhritarashtra so that he can stop the war. He become assured. And what more he tell? There is one more thing. You know, there is in the battlefield with these chariots, every chariot has a flag. Every chariot has a flag so that they can identify which is my party, which is other party. You know, nowadays we have country, na? Flag of Germany, flag of India, flag of America, France. So, you know, in football match, they can identify this is my flag, my people are there, my people are there. So in the same time, in the warfare, in the war field, how they will recognize each other? Then they have the flag. Each one have their flag. And Arjuna has a flag as well on his chariot. And this flag was a special flag. Now my question is that what was the specialty of that flag? Who was there on the flag? So can someone also answer from the chat box? Please write in the chat box. Can someone identify the personality who is sitting on the flag of Arjuna on the chariot, top of the chariot?
Lord Hanumanji.
Siddhi, you are answering or others are answering in the chat box?
Others.
Others are answering. Okay, so they're answering. I want to see the response of the devotees there.
And
yes. So here also, who is saying Hanumanji? Bharat is saying Hanumanji, Rohan Prabhu is saying Hanumanji, and Kai Prabhu is saying Hanumanji. Yes, so many, everybody is saying Hanumanji. So yes, actually, Hanumanji was on the flag of Arjuna, on the chariot of Arjuna. And what is the symbol? What this signifies? What is Hanumanji signifies? Hanumanji signifies Vijay, victory. Victory. Why? Because when there was a fight between Ravana and Lord Ram, Hanumana was the main person in that fight. He ensured the victory of Lord Ram. He was instrument in the victory of Lord Ram, Hanumana. So Hanumana, and now the same Lord Ram is also there on the chariot of Arjuna in form of Krishna. And that's why he say, oh, my Lord Ram is here in form of Krishna. Let me come again and contribute myself. And then he was sitting on the chariot of Arjuna. And where there is a Hanumana, there is a victory. This is already proven in Ramayana. So another symbol. One symbol was goddess of fortune is sitting, Madhava is sitting on the chariot. He is driving the chariot. The other symbol is Hanuman is there. And third symbol was the Ratha, the great Ratha, the Swandana, the Mahat Swandana. The Mahat Swandana was given by Agni Dev. This was another sign of victory of Arjuna. So he is now creating fear in the mind of Dhritarashtra. So next thing is, actually, we go to the next slide now. Now, actually, we will take the questions at the end because the flow will stop and time is moving very fast. So we will take all the questions, don't worry. Now Arjuna is saying something to Krishna. Senyor ubhayor madhe ratha stapaya me achyuta. And here is word used, me achyuta. Oh Krishna, please take this chariot in the middle of two armies. Please take the chariot in the middle of two armies. Now, Krishna is saying in sloka number 21 and 22, I want to see who are there. Before I go to this sloka, the depth of the sloka, I want to say a story to you. He is using the word Achyuta to Krishna. Why he is using the word Achyuta? I will tell you the story. Actually, before starting of the war, Krishna was in his palace and Duryodhana went to Krishna. And Duryodhana, Krishna was sleeping actually. Krishna was sleeping, Duryodhana went to the Krishna, and then Duryodhana sit on the head of Krishna, where Krishna was sleeping on the head side of Krishna. And after some time, Arjuna was also come there, and Arjuna was sitting on the foot of the Krishna, on the lotus feet of the Krishna. When Krishna wake up, he saw Arjuna directly there. Oh, Arjuna, you are here. Parth, you are there. And then Duryodhana said, I am also there. But he was sitting on the other side. And you see in the green color, Duryodhana is sitting, and the yellow color, Arjuna is there. And then Krishna said, oh, Duryodhana, you are also there. Okay. Okay, tell me, how can I help me? Vikan is there helpful. So Vikan is there helpful, Duryodhana. And Duryodhana say, yeah, Krishna, actually, you know, the war is going to start. I need your help. I'm here to get your help. And then Krishna asked to Arjuna, why you come, Arjuna? And Krishna, Arjuna says, yeah, I also want your help, your blessings and your help. So Krishna says, okay, I will ask Arjuna first. But Duryodhana said, why I came first? You should ask me first. No, no, because I see Arjuna first. Arjuna, my eyes fell on Arjuna first. I got his glance, so I will ask him. And you know, he is your younger brother. An elder brother should always give a chance to the younger brother to ask first. So this is, you know, Krishna. He can give all the arguments. Then Krishna asked to Arjuna. Arjuna asked, what you need from me? And Arjuna says, I need you, Krishna. I need you. And Krishna says, Arjuna, I have taken a vow. I will not lift weapon in the war of Mahabharata. I will not fight this war. I will be neutral. I will not fight. I will not take any weapon. I have Sudarshan Chakra, but I will not take it. So he gave an option to Arjuna. At one hand, at one side, I am alone without any weapon. On other side is my one Akshani Narayani Sena. One Akshani Narayani Sena of Krishna. And this Narayani Sena has never defeated in any war. He was always victorious because it's Narayani, from Narayan, from the Supreme Lord, this army. So at one side is my Narayani Sena army, which is one Akshani, and other side I'm alone without any weapon. Arjuna asked again, what you need? You have an option of Narayani Sena also. So Arjuna said, no, I still need you only. I don't need it. I will not hold the weapon. I need you still, Arjuna said. And then he asked to Duryodhana, Duryodhana, what you need? Yeah, now Duryodhana was, thinking, what Duryodhana was thinking, this Arjuna is a foolish person. He's a fool number one. There was a one actually Narayani Sena which was never defeated. This was in the option, but he took only Krishna. And again, this useless Krishna who has no weapon. What he will do with this person without any weapon? What he can do? He will not fight anyway. I need Narayani Sena. So he said, then he was, saying to, yeah, okay, Arjun, you have asked this now. I will take Narayani Sena. And in the mind, he was very happy. He was showing his happiness. And he was thinking, oh, Arjuna's intelligence is lost. He is so unintelligent. He's a foolish person. When somebody is at the doorstep of fall down, his intelligence is lost. So he's thinking like this about Arjun. So this is the situation. Krishna has taken now position of charioteer. Now I come to the sloka where he says, Arjuna says, Achyutah, senayor abhyor madhe ratha stapayame achyutah. Oh Achyutah. Achyuta means oh infallible. So here Arjuna is saying to Krishna, oh Krishna, you are infallible. You are greatest Lord. Your position infallible, although you have taken the position to become my charioteer, my chariot driver. This is a very humble position, very low position, but still, in spite you have taken this low position out of the love, out of the care, out of the seva. You want to serve your devotee, you want to help me, you have taken this position, but you are achyuta, you are infallible, you are a supreme, your position will never go down. So this achyuta means infallible person. And now there is a very important thing going on, very, very important thing. Now, since Arjuna is saying, take my Ratha in the middle of the two armies, both sides are great armies are there. And suddenly Arjuna says, take my Ratha in between, my chariot in between. What is the reason? What is the reason that he want to go in between? Because he want to see who are on the both sides. He want to evaluate, because a fighter should always evaluate this side, that side. So he want to see, but he has some compassion in the mind. Something was going on in his mind. And when he see Bhisma, Drona, Pramukhata, in sloka number 25, he say Bhisma, Drona, Pramukhata. So he went in the middle, and Krishna has put his chariot directly in front of Bhisma and Drona. Suppose there are so many people, if you go to Kumbh Mela, there are so many millions and millions of people are there. Can you just imagine like you are going to only those two people and not to any other, So Krishna knows, Krishna is in the heart. He's a Paramatma. So as a Paramatma, he's sitting and he knows what is going on inside the Arjuna's mind. So he took the chariot knowingly in front of Bhisma Pitame and Dronacharya. And what was the reason? What was the reason, dear devotees, why he took the chariot to the Dronacharya and Bhisma? Can you give me the reason? Can you write? Yes, yes.
Arjuna is like consoled, or he is like okay against them, he can go and fight. Then it will be easy to convince him to fight across any Pandavas.
Yes.
That's the test Krishna has given for Arjuna.
So this may be one interpretation, but yes, we have to see what are the other options. Siddhi, someone else also written?
They are strong opposite, and to take blessing.
Blessings, okay, looks good. Blessings. So actually, I will answer this. Krishna has taken the chariot of Arjuna knowingly in front of Bhisma Pitame and Dronacharya, because he knows Arjuna is a very compassionate person. And when he go in front of them, he will become emotional. And when he will become emotional, he will raise all types of questions. And then his inner battle will come out. And when the inner battle will come out, I will speak this knowledge, the wisdom. He want to give this wisdom. He want to make Arjuna as an instrument in this wisdom, so that this wisdom can come to everyone. So he knows that he's a very emotional person, and he will and he already saw inside him that some emotions are coming, that he want to come in between, because he knows both sides, which are the armies, and why he want to come in between. Now the Yuddha is starting. Now Konsar is already blown. Principally, officially, the Yuddha is declared. The battle is declared, because Bhisma and everybody has blown now. But Arjuna says on the last moment, take me in between. And now they are in between, and he's asking different kind of questions. So he says, look who all have come, all your members of the family. Now Krishna is given some emotional touch to Arjuna. He's making him emotionally, see, Bhisma is there, Drona is there, your brothers are there on the other side, your friends are there, your sons are there, grandsons are there, the sons of Duryodhana are there, so many relatives are there. He's making him more emotional now, so that all the questions come, all the things come out now. So Krishna is making Arjuna emotional. He's saying, look at those. And Arjuna is looking at them. And we see that Arjuna become in great distress. Now in the sloka number 28, Papam eva sriyed asman. Arjuna come in great distress. And why distress? He saw both sides. His relatives are there. His grandfather is there, Bhishma. His gurus are there. Kripacharya ji is there. His cousin brothers are there. His friends are there. He has played with them in the childhood. He has on their lap. He has played. He was embraced by Dronacharya, by Bhishma Pitamah. So he was out of compassion in his heart. He becomes so compassionate. So this becomes one reason. This becomes the first reason why he don't want to fight the war. And now we come to the second reason. So second, please don't type on the screen. Siddhi, can you erase this? So trembling of the body. So Arjuna was getting some symptoms because he was out of compassion. His mouth was drying up, standing of the hairs, burning of the skin, extreme perspiration, and mind was reeling. So he was, shivering. He has so many problems. And now the second question, the second problem Arjuna was facing, one was out of compassion. So he has 4 problems here. And in all the slokas, he is telling so many things to Krishna. So first was out of the compassion, that I have compassion for these people. And second, you will see fight. So Krishna is saying, oh Arjuna, still fight. It is your duty, just fight. And he say, what I will do with fight? And Krishna is saying, you will get victory. If you fight, you will get victory. And Arjuna said, then what? What I will do with victory? And then say, when you have a victory, you have a kingdom. You will enjoy the kingdom. You will enjoy the wealth. You will become a great king. Then he said, what I will do with the kingdom? Then he said, you will get happiness. With kingdom, you will get happiness. Then Arjuna is saying, when I will kill all my relatives, my friends, my family members, what I will do with this happiness? What I will do with this happiness, this deep happiness? I want to enjoy the happiness with my relatives, with my friends, with my family members. If everybody is dying on the other side, how I will enjoy this? He was a very compassionate person. People normally don't see like this. But Arjuna was so divine in qualities that he's seeing that how I can enjoy this happiness. This is cheap happiness. The palace without people is nothing. What I will do with this kingdom? So Arjuna rejected Krishna. I don't need victory. I don't need kingdom. I don't need happiness. I think we can maybe somehow we can rub the screen.
I cannot see the screen, so I cannot rub it.
Okay. Share computer, no name, hide panel. I don't know how to do it right now. Maybe I can see now. Yes. So there is an eraser and I can erase now. Yes. So now comes the very important point here. Yes. Now a very important point comes. All the people who want those things are the ones standing on the battlefield. So Krishna is saying, Arjuna, these people are against you. They will kill you. If you don't kill them, they will kill you. Then Arjuna says, no, I am not like them. I am different from them. I have a different qualities than them. They are foolish people. They want to fight. They want to get the kingdom. But I am not like this. So I will not do like this. And this is like he's saying, loss of enjoyment. What I will do with this kingdom if I cannot enjoy with my family? So he don't want to enjoy it. Then the third reason are like Krishna says they are aggressors. These people are aggressors, and their aggressors should be killed. It is written in the Shastras, Arth Shastras, that aggressors should be killed. There are total 6 types of aggressors in the Dharma Shastras. In the Manu Samhita, 6 types of aggressors. One aggressor is who give poison. The other aggressor is who put house on the fire. The third aggressor is who seized the land, who stole the land. The fourth is who attacks someone with a weapon. The fifth is steal the wealth. And the sixth is who kidnap the wife. And Krishna is saying to Arjuna, these 6 types of aggression, this Kauravas has done everything with you. because they also kidnapped during the forest exile. They kidnapped Draupadi. The Jadrath has kidnapped Draupadi, and they did everything. They did all the 6 things. So you should kill them principally, because as per Arthashastras in Manu Samhita, it is written 6 type of aggressors should be killed. But Arjuna was very pious. Arjuna says he knows scriptures actually. Arjuna is very good. He is a pandit in the Dharma Shastras, and he says, "Oh Krishna, in the Dharma Shastras it is written that we should not kill the family members. Although they are aggressors, but they are still the family members. And it is also written in Dharma Shastra we should not kill the family members." So Krishna is giving all reasons why you should fight. And Arjuna is always giving the reason why I should not fight. And the third reason is fear of the sin, that their intelligence is corrupted by greed. They want kingdom. This Kauravas want kingdom. But I should not do like this, because if I kill them, I will be getting sin by killing them, because the old people will die. If the old people die in the society, in the families, then the sanskaras are lost. The children get sanskaras from the old children, old parents and old people. And when the old people die, the children will not get any sanskaras. The next generation will not get the culture, the values. And this, I will get the sin. And if I kill the people, then Kulhani, it is called Kulhani, destruction of the dynasty, the 4th reason. Destruction of the dynasty, that the dynasty will get distracted, that women will be unsafe, all the men will die, and women will be unprotected. And when women is unprotected, then the corruption takes place, because then the misconduct takes place when the women are unprotected. So he's also talking about protection of women. He's talking about the protection of the elderly people, the protection of all the other king who are ruling. If I kill all of them, then there will be destruction of the dynasty and the cultural values, the samskaras, the rituals. So everything will be lost in the society. So that's why he don't want to kill the Pandavas. They don't want to fight. So these are the 4 reasons. I want to summarize these reasons. The first reason why Arjuna do not want to fight is the material compassion. The second reason that he is showing compassion. He has a soft heart. He's a divine person. Then the second is loss of enjoyment, that he don't want the enjoyment, the wealth, the kingdom, because he don't want to enjoy them without their kinships, without their relatives. He's so attached with them. He has so much love with them. Even if they are on the other side, they're fighting, still he's loving them. Then he has a fear of sin. If he kill them, he will get the sin. And then because he should not kill the family members, although Krishna is promoting that they are aggressors. Even Ravana was killed by Rama, because Ravana has kidnapped the wife of Lord Ram, Sita Maya. That's why it is allowed to kill when somebody kidnap the wife and somebody snatch the land and all these aggressors. But Arjuna is saying they are my family members. And then he's also having a fear, destruction of dynasty, the values, the culture, the samskaras. So he has these 4 reasons why he don't want to fight. Now, dear devotees, I want to ask you one question. We have only 2-3 slides left, but one question is, what kind of nature about Arjuna it indicates? What do you what is the picture of Arjuna you get after getting all these qualities? He's talking these things in the war field of Kurukshetra in the middle to Krishna. What kind of image is making about Arjuna? Your image. Innocent and soft-hearted. Someone else? Yeah, he's caring for the people under him. Any other? Compassionate and emotional. And Siddhi, somebody has written in the chat box.
Yeah.
What kind of
Too kind, thinking the right way, empathic, very forgiving, humble.
Forgiving, humble. Wonderful. This is really wonderful. So we have summarized the qualities of the Arjuna here very nicely. So everybody is right. Arjuna is a very compassionate person. He's very humble. And it is not, some people might say, when they evaluate analyze the history, yeah, maybe he was fearing with 11 Akshuni Sena. He was fearing, and then he was shivering. and out of fear he don't want to fight. No, this was not the reason. The reason was that he was very compassionate, he was kind-hearted, he was a noble person. This was the reason he don't want to kill. He was a great warrior. He has the Pasupat Shastra of Shiva. Lord Shiva has given a special weapon, Pasupat Shastra. He has all the weapons from heavenly planet, from Indra. He has Brahmastra. He has everything. His name was Sabyasachi. What do you mean by Sabyasachi? Sabyasachi means one who can operate the bow, Dhanusa, by two hands. Normally, everybody can operate the Dhanusa with one hand, but Arjun can operate with two hands. He was Sabyasachi. Even if he has all the qualities, he was very compassionate. And this is the quality of a person. This is a very important quality. So what lesson we get out of it, this quality from Arjuna? We have taken the lesson from Dhritarashtra. We have taken a lesson from Duryodhana. We have taken a lesson from Sanjay. Now we take one lesson from Arjuna. The lesson from Arjuna is when a person develops the attitude shown here by Arjuna, he becomes eligible to receive the help of Supreme Lord or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He becomes eligible for Kripa or mercy because he is such a kind-hearted person. He has the soft heart for humanity. And if one has this soft heart, some kindness, compassion for everyone, then he becomes eligible for the mercy of the Lord. This is the qualification of a person to receive the mercy. And that's why Krishna was with him. People say, why Krishna was with Arjuna? Why he was not with Duryodhana? Because Krishna is a Lord. He is impartial. And he given the chance to Duryodhana, but Duryodhana need his army. Duryodhana even don't need him. He even don't count him. He thinks he's a useless fellow. What he will do without weapons? But Arjuna took shelter. And this is the quality of Arjuna. Now, in Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport of Bhagavad Gita, such a kind and soft-hearted person in the devotional service of the Lord is fit to receive self-knowledge. This is the qualification to receive the self-knowledge, the self-realization, the God realization. Now, we are on the last sloka. The last sloka is 46. There are total 46 slokas. In the last slokas, Arjuna is saying to Krishna, "Oh Krishna," because he's already shivering, he has palpitation, he has a heartbeat, the hairs are standing, he's weeping, he's crying, he is doing like this. At the end, in the last sloka, he's directly doing like this. And the Gandhi was dropped from his shoulder. The Gandhi was dropped out. His bow, his arrow was dropped, and he sit down on the chariot like this. He don't want to fight. He's in the middle of the war. Both armies are standing and he's like this. Now starts the real story. Now Arjuna is in a battle. I was discussing in the introduction session, there is a battle. There are two types of battle. External battle, which is seen in the Kurukshetra, the external battle, and there is an internal battle. Now Arjuna is going the internal battle. What should I do? What is wrong? What is right? What is dharma? What is adharma? Kshatriya dharma, kul dharma. So there is a battle going on. And now he has to get the answer of his questions in the chapter 2. Chapter 2 is very, very important chapter. It is the heart of the whole Bhagavad Gita. And here, actually, we got one more lesson, wonderful lesson before we end the session. This session is actually, we can take so many lessons from this chapter 1. So many lessons, thousands of lessons we can take. I have summarized only 5 lessons. What are these top 5 lessons? Qualities of a Gita student. First is the qualities of a Gita student. What are the qualities that one is eligible to read Gita? One should be like Arjuna, with receiving mind. Arjuna was a receiving mind. Arjuna with a divine quality, with compassion, with open-mindedness, and not like Duryodhana, self-centered person with material attachments, with envy. So the quality of the Gita student is he's like Arjuna. He's also asking questions to Krishna. He's considering Krishna, for asking his questions. Duryodhana never asked, so he thinks I know everything. So when we think we know everything, we cannot learn Bhagavad Gita. We can only learn Bhagavad Gita when we have the surrender. We have the attitude of a studentship, asking questions, paying attention. So this is the quality we understand from Arjuna for listening Bhagavad Gita from Krishna. No blame game. You see, Duryodhana was doing a blame game. When we are in difficult situation, Duryodhana was putting all the blame on Drona, on Bhishma, on Arjuna, that these people, why they are fighting, they are rascals, why they come here, they are not respecting the Guru, they are not respecting the grandfather. He created this situation of the war, and he is now blaming others. He is playing a blame game. But Arjuna never did a blame game. Arjuna's qualities are such that he's saying myself, I want to back down from the. He was compassion. He don't want to kill. He has actually he's looking inside. He's inward looking. He's not extrovert. He's not looking outside on others, pointing fingers on others. He's pointing on himself, how he could improve himself. So no blame game. If we have a blame game, and Arjuna has Krishna on the chariot, he could have said, Krishna, you are the God. Why I'm in this situation? Why you have put me in the trouble? You can save me. He can blame Krishna himself. Krishna, why you put me in this situation? Why only me? And conflicts. How to deal in the conflict situation. Arjuna is telling us how, and this Bhagavad Gita is telling us how to deal in the conflicting situations. When we have a conflicting situations, we should be very calm. We should be very introspective. We should be very harmonious. We should not give fault finding on others. We should not point fingers on others, and we should not exaggerate the situation. We should not create problems to the others. We should be very calm. We should look. We should analyze. Yeah, we should try to see the situation from sitting externally, to see the situation and take the right decision. And we have seen a lot of great people, and many of the great personalities in this world, when they come in the conflicting situations, they give their best, because they analyze the situation and they make best of the, it is called best use of the worst bargain. Making best out of the worst. Yeah, best use of the bad bargain. So we have situation best. So we have a situation, but we have to take best out of situation. Even if we have a lot of things which are not in favor, but we have to identify what best possible, and we should not just blame and create the conflicting situations. So great people always in the conflicting situation, they always make use and come the best out of them. And then we have springboard. If we use this conflicting situations as a springboard and not create any negativity, we can get best results. And Arjuna used it as a springboard, because he was in this conflicting situation, and now he's asking so many questions. He's making a manthan. He's making this churning up inside him, and he's seeking guidance from Krishna. So he is like using the situation as a springboard so that he can make progress out of it. And then no time. This is the big problem for everybody of us. We have one big problem, all of us, everybody on the online as well as offline here in the temple. The problem is that we have no time for Bhagavad Gita. We should get time. Time is very important for Bhagavad Gita. You see, we can learn here in this story that Krishna and Arjuna are in the battlefield. Each second, each millisecond counts in the battlefield. Each millisecond counts. Two armies are, millions of people are there, and Arjuna has found time to listen Bhagavad Gita from Krishna in this frame. Arjuna is so busy. Anybody can chop the head. So many people can be killed immediately because conch shells are already blown. This is already announced officially. But still, he is so patient. He gives time for Bhagavad Gita. He gives time for Krishna. But what is our situation? We are saying always, when I talk to somebody, please come to Bhagavad Gita class, please join the class. Then they say, yeah, we are busy. I have children. I have job. I have to do this. I have to do shopping. Saturday we have to go for shopping. Yes, Arjun was in the war field. Our situation is much easier. Shopping is so easier. We can plan our shopping, but Arjun cannot plan at that moment. But still, he was giving time for Bhagavad Gita. So we can also give time. We should make priorities. We can make priorities and decide that we should give time for our spiritual upliftment. We can learn so many things from Bhagavad Gita. We can make our life more efficient. Actually, after reading Bhagavad Gita, we can have more time in life because we become more efficient. And when we become more efficient, we have more time. So Bhagavad Gita will always get win-win situation, and it will take out about us from the bad situations, negative situations. It will help us in our work, in our family relations, in our social relations, psychological things, our knowing the self, connecting with the Supreme. So Bhagavad Gita is helping in so many ways, but we have no time. So I request everybody to please take out time for Bhagavad Gita. And yes, now we are done. Now I want to make a summary. Actually, summary is very important. So I am very happy that you are still staying. It is 8:15, and temple room, everybody is staying here and also online. And now I want to summarize the chapter one nicely. In the 1.1, the only sloka spoken by Dhritarashtra, he is asking to Sanjay, my sons, what my sons did in the first sloka, what my sons did and what Pandavas did. Like he's asking this question, and Sanjay is giving the answer in sloka number 2 to sloka number 13. Sanjay is giving answer to Dhritarashtra what your sons are doing. So this is the summary from 2 to 13. Then Dhritarashtra is asking what Pandu's sons are doing there. Mamakaha Pandavukasya, my sons and Pandu son. And Sanjay is answering his question in sloka number 14 to sloka number 20. And he is giving signs of victory of Pandavas. Madhava is there, Hanumana is there, the husband of the goddess of fortune is there, the Sayandana, the great Sayandana, the great Ratha, chariot is there from Agnidev. So many signs of victories he is counting there. Then Arjuna is asking Krishna, take my chariot in the middle of the war field. And then he was in emotion, in compassion. So all these things are happening from 21 to 27. The compassion came out. And then from 28 to 46, Arjuna's 4 logical reasons. Arjuna gave 4 logical reasons to Krishna why he do not want to fight this battle. And then he gave up his Gandiv. He sat down like this. I don't want to fight now. And now Arjuna is in a state of internal war, we discuss, or internal identity crisis. It's called identity crisis. It's lamentation. And how in this state of identity crisis, in the lamentation, he is connecting to the Lord in this stage. Even in that stage, also we can connect to the Lord. And this is we learn in the chapter 1. Now in the chapter 2, Krishna will answer all his questions. So we will take question by question. First question was this, second, third, fourth. And Krishna will give all the answers very elaborate. Krishna will tell Arjuna who you are, what is your identity, and what is your duty, what you like, what is the self. So it is a great chapter. It is also called one of the heart of Bhagavad Gita, to know the identity, to know oneself. So I request everyone to please come 8th February, next Saturday. And I have one more announcement today, that we want to make little bit more advancement, little bit more efforts. Actually, if we can read Bhagavad Gita, because now I give you a summary, each sloka I give a summary. I divided the slokas in different groups and give the main message, the motivational stories, the lessons learned from each character. What we can do, if you are agree with me, if you can devote only half an hour further on Sunday, what we can do on Sunday, we can just read translations. So every Sunday between 8:30 to 9 o'clock on the same Zoom link, the same, but now we are doing Katha in the Zoom link. We can use the same Zoom link, and 8:30 to 9 on each Sunday, we can go read the chapter. So for example, I have made a screenshot how we read the chapter. In the Bhagavad Gita, as it is, this is the structure of each sloka. We have a sloka number, Bhagavad Gita 1.1, then there is a Sanskrit wording, then there is an English wording of the sloka, then there are synonyms. In the synonyms, all the translation of each word is given, the meaning of each word is given in the synonyms. Then we have, so I will take the cursor. Yes, and then we have a translation. for each sloka. And then we have a purport. Purport is normally very big because Acharyas and Srila Prabhupada is writing, elaborating the meaning of the verse and how we can draw inferences and what we can learn out of it. So this purport is very big. It is difficult to read the purport in half an hour. What we can do, every Sunday at 8:30, we can just read the translation. Each slok, because there is a new version that we can just read the translation at a stretch of each verse. So there are total 46 verses. We can quickly finish the translations on Sunday at 8:30. So I request all of you to see you tomorrow on the same Zoom link. Now you can ask few questions. There is enough prasadam. There is a lot of prasadam. A pizza is made. Halwa prasadam is made. Wonderful, wonderful hot tea is there. So those who are on site, they will get the most wonderful pizza. And I know this taste of the pizza. This is special pizza. This is also prasadam pizza. And this is made also in large quantities today. And there is a warm tea and there is a halwa. So I know you don't want to stay, but I want to still take maybe 3-4 questions. Thank you for your patience. We can take. Siddhi, can you maybe read out the questions from the people who are in the chat?